Hello Internet, welcome to DCS and to my demonstration of how to land your plane in bad weather conditions. As you can see, we are in the A-10C II, but no weapons and enough fuel. It's just about landing. And landing, it will be a surprise. Right, let's first start up. And first I want to engage the autopilot because I have to look up some things. Yes. Okay, so landing. I know the A10 has a database full of all the airfields we could pop up in the HUD, but that's not what we're going to do. In fact, I'm going to turn these off, and I'm turning off the hammocks as well. And also the HUD, turn it off. Well, not turn it off. I could turn it off here, but that is not good. So I have a totally broken plane. Only my old-fashioned instruments, like here, are working. And I want to land in this soup here down below. For that, I need an airfield that has TACAN, ILS, communication tower, and that's it actually. So let's have a look at my kneeboard. And I'm going to Vaziani. Here it is. This is the aerodrome chart of Vaziani. And what I want from that is that there is a runway heading 13 and 31. They both have ILS. I can read it here. The airfield has a TACAN and the airfield has a tower. I'm going to runway 13, which is heading 129. Step 1, turn this knob to 129. 129. Oh, that's harder than I think it was. 129, 129. There it is. So this arrow is now pointing the way I will be flying when I touch down. This is the runway heading. Good. Step 2. Where is the airfield? TACAN 22X. 1212X at the ground, and I'm pulling this knob, TCN, hoping to hear a Morse code telling me that I'm at the right frequency. Yeah, there it is. VAS, that's the Morse code I heard. That's okay, that's Vaziani for me. Same with ILS. Runway 13, ILS 108.75, 108.75. Turn the ILS on. You can see it because there is a little knob on the power. And also here I want to hear this. Right, that's a Morse code. I'm not sure if it was the right one, but it'll do. Next, I want to speak with the tower 140. And that's about it. When you look at my instruments here, I have the HSI and the ADI, horizontal situation indicator, and ADI, which is of course the attitude Attitude something indicator. Right. Never mind. Since the TACAN is running this arrow one, this little one here, that's pointing to the airfield. So turn off the autopilot and let's head to the airfield. I can also see that the airfield is still 47 miles away, so I have a little time. And turn this plane into the airfield. So I don't have a HUD, so I'm looking at this thing here to determine if I'm flying straight or not. Right. I'm now heading to the airfield, but if I continue on this course, it means that I will intersect my landing course, my heading which I want to go when I'm landing. I will intercept that course above the airfield. That's too late. I want to intercept that course in front of the airfield, right? So I'm flying towards this yellow line, turning left. And when I do that, I will see that this pointer 1 and this arrow here, they will creep together to each other. And when they are in one line, then I'm right in front of the airfield on the right heading. Not yet on the right heading. I can then turn into the right heading. Autopilot on. At this point, I want to announce myself to Vaziani because I want to know the air pressure there. QFE 28.34. That's the important one. For this, I turn off the autopilot. 28.34. I have to turn this knob. So it says 28.34 here. That means that when I touch the ground, this dial will actually read 0. So that's what I want. And I'm diving into the clouds now. Can't see shit. I have to look at this thing because I cannot see if I'm turning or upside down or whatever. Just look at this thing. Keep monitoring your speed. And at the same time, have a look at the HSI that you're not overshooting your runway. What I forgot to do is turn on all my lights. Not that it would be of any help, but you know. You see, I was turning already. You can't just don't know if you're turning. And you have to keep an eye on this one, because if you're not dropping, if you're not going down, well, you'll stay in the clouds forever, which is a nice place to be, by the way. Can't be that long. There we are under the clouds, but we're now not out of the woods yet. We're in a thunderstorm, and the visibility is, well, let's call this 0, right? Can't see shit. My altitude, 4,000 feet. It's not too bad. I see the two lines are converging. So I'm turning into the heading of the airfield, my final heading. there. And from this moment on, I can see I'm at the right heading and at the right path, if you want. Now I will look at this yellow line here, because that one gives me the same information. I have to fly towards it, so if I'm left too much, you will see the yellow line go right. When I turn right, it goes to the center again. But also this yellow line keeps my roll into, knows my roll. So if I'm rolling, it already goes to the right. I'm rolling left, it already goes to the right. Okay. At this point, 25 miles out, it's no use engaging the ILS. I'll do it anyway. You'll see here a red flag. That means there is no glide scope information available. And at the same time, because I engaged ILS, this yellow line has become much more sensitive. Still same function. But much more precise. And now I'm going to drop to 2,000 feet. No, let's stay at 3,000 feet. I don't know mountains here. And I'm just keeping this line into the middle. At one point, this red flag will disappear, and I'll get a white pointer, which roughly indicates where I should be flying. 3,000 feet, pulling straight. So my variometer stays at 0. Ooh, my God. You see, that was a mountain. Back to 3,000. And I drifted left a little. Correcting. Right. $15 miles still to go. Not much I can do, just keep the yellow line in the middle. Also keep an eye on your speed, because it needs to be below 200 when I drop my gear, and it needs to be 150 and full flaps when I touch down. Drifting left a little again, and back to the middle. There is my yellow pointer. You saw it appear, and it is above the center. That means I am below the glide scope. And there is my second yellow line. Now these two lines, they make a cross in the middle. And the only thing I have to do is keep this cross in the middle. When like this, it gets below the middle, I drop down, drop more down. And there it comes back up again. Right, at this point, 9 miles out, I need to start monitoring my speed. So throttle is full down, full back, and I see the cross is getting up, so I'm pulling up a bit. There we go. With very small movements, I want to keep this cross in the middle. And somehow they saw me coming, so I'm contacting the tower now. Just 1 second not watching and I'm already below the scope again. Watching the speed. Cross is getting in the middle again. Speed is 200, dropping the gear. I didn't even listen if I have clearance, but I expect I will be the only one landing at this point in this weather, in the soup. Okay, flaps stage 1, flaps stage 2. I was a little below the glide scope, but pulling down the flaps immediately moved me up. My speed is now 150. That's my desired speed, so a little bit throttle. Whoa. I'm a bit too low. There it comes again. A bit too slow. A little bit of throttle. Dropping too much. There we are. As I get closer to the airfield, to the runway, this line is getting twitchier. This cross is getting twitchier. There is the braking. There is the runway. You can actually not see it even if you're on it. Hoping not overshooting, braking like an idiot, but that's okay. Right, I'm alive. Taxi to parking area, but I'm getting all wet. Okay, thanks, bye.